What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So what are we getting into today? As you guys can see, I haven't posted in a while. I've been dealing with some personal issues, but I'm getting back on this vlog journey, trying to get some things done. Today we're pretty much going to be going to the parts store, because today, well, not today, but I've been hearing some noises with my car. So we're gonna be changing out the brakes on my car. So that's pretty much what we're getting into today. A little bit of grinding. I saw the brakes on my car and they look like they're getting low. So we're gonna go ahead and get that replaced. As you can see, my trunk's already open. I've already been putting stuff in the car, getting ready to roll out, head to the parts store, pick up some parts, and yep, my brakes changed. So with that being said, that's pretty much what we're gonna get into today. Pretty bright. So yeah, got a little update on the wheel situation. The wheels were supposed to go on the Civic. They're still gonna go on the Civic. The only issue now is taking them to get repaired is gonna be an issue. If I take them out, because they don't really fit in the Civic, I would have to put them on the Civic and then drive the Civic to the shop to get the price quote to see how much it's gonna cost me to fix the rims. You know, just the curb rash and the slight bends on them. And then I also gotta switch out the TPS sensors, so that way I don't have that annoying light on my car saying that the tire is low because there's no sensors on the car. So that's probably the next video that I do, is trying to put the old rims on the Civic, on the Sentra onto the Civic, and then driving it to get a price quote to see how much it's gonna cost me. So yeah, with that being said, like I said, let's go ahead and get out. I do want to start the Sentra though, because I haven't started the Sentra since I put it in the garage, and it's been sitting for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and hopefully it comes out. Hopefully it turns on first of all, but hopefully it's not as loud. It's probably gonna be loud, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put you guys down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. Hopefully it starts. All right, let's see if it starts. Hopefully it does. There's still power. All right, so there's no power on the Sentra. I figured it's been sitting for a while, but luckily I do have a jump box that I can go ahead and jump it real quick, just to kind of get everything moving so it doesn't get fully stuck. So I'll be with you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so I thought I had my jump box. I don't know where it went. I think it's actually in my brother's car. My brother's currently at the gym, so I won't be able to start the Sentra today. Well, no big deal. We'll just turn on next time we're back in the, I guess we'll turn on the next video and see how it turns on. Hopefully everything's good. It's probably gonna sound very burbly, but either way, with that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and actually start the Civic. As you guys can see, everything's all packed up, ready to go. So I guess I'll go ahead and give you guys somewhat of a cold start, even though it is hella hot outside. So give you guys a warm start, that's what we'll call it, a warm start. So yeah, let me go ahead and put you guys down once again, give you guys a little warm start, and then we'll be on our way. All right, guys, so just got back from the parts store. As you can see right here, we picked up our brakes, import directs, front and rears. So we're gonna go ahead and just swap everything out while we're here. So yeah, I'm actually going to be checking the rotors as well. The rotors look kind of off, but I don't think they're damaged yet. I do hear grinding noise, but I don't think it's completely scratched. If they are completely scratched, I will be upgrading my rotors, possibly my brakes as well, to a little bit more race style brakes so that way it could last me a little bit longer. But with that being said, let's head back to the house. Probably my mom's house, because that's typically where I do all my automotive work. Head back to the house, put these back in. So I'll see you guys once I get to my mom's house. All right, see you shortly. What's going on, guys? So as you can see, we're here at my mom's house. I changed because it is hot. I'm not gonna be working on my car with my nice clothes or that in general. So as you can see, the car's all prepped up. Brakes are ready to come off. I already put it on stands and everything. So they were low, so they do definitely got to be replaced. You can see right back here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they are low. So we're gonna go get it replaced. And yeah, I don't know exactly if I'm going to end up doing the whole process on it, just because I mean they're just brakes, so you know it should be a quick in and out. I'll probably do the rear brakes, one side of the rear brakes, just so that we can see it, and then I'll probably end up doing the front brakes one side how you guys can see it as well. Kind of just do like a more informational video as well, so that way you guys understand and know how to do brakes on the SI, just in case if anybody has an SI, you want to know how to do the brakes on your own. That way you don't go to dealerships or shops that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's pretty simple, it's pretty easy. So yeah, let's get to it. So the first thing you want to do is obviously put it on stands. Make sure the car, if it's a manual, make sure you put the car in reverse, take off the emergency brake, and make sure that you're somewhere where it's not a decline. If you're at a decline, make sure you put the reverse. If you're at incline, you can put it in first, so that way it doesn't roll back on you. But you definitely always want to put it in one of those two gears, either first gear or in reverse, just so the car doesn't really move, just in case, even if you are on a plain leveled ground. That way the car doesn't move on you and you don't end up falling and causing more damage. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this. I'll probably end up putting you guys down somewhere that you can see how to properly remove the brakes on the SI. All right, guys, so you guys are on my head. So first things first, you want to get yourself a nice little Allen key, H7. Take the brake off. Do the back side first. I already kind of started on this just to make sure we got it right. Go ahead and take this piece off. Right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Start starting out this side, and you probably do both sides as well. There's also a cap here. I already took it off the first one. See, no cap. All you gotta do is just really just kind of just push it out. Pretty easy. And then you will put it in there. Watch out for this brake line. And then I'm just gonna, I give it a little bit of tap. Loosen it up nice and tight, and you want to go ahead and loosen it up. I left my other ratchet at home. I'm using this broken one, but it still works. So if I can use a broken ratchet and still do the job, you guys got this. All right, so taking this off, the top one, there we go. Probably loosen it up more until it comes all the way out. kind of shimmy it a little bit. Let's see this one. It still comes off. It should be somewhat off. I don't think these stars are too long. Yeah, that's off. There you go. Just push these back. And then from there, take these clamps. I'll probably use like a flathead. Take these clamps, push them outwards. Boop. Watch out for your face. And then the caliper comes straight off. Just like that. Put it somewhere where you don't damage anything. Woo! Alright, so Jesus. Scraping metal. Then you grab your new ones. You can kind of see where this at. This one was the rear one, so you always want to make sure you grab the same one from the rear. They're identical. You see the huge difference here. So grab the front and grab the rear, and then boom. All right, so as you can see, this set on here like this. So then all you're gonna do is replace the shoe to how it was. So you sit it back on there, and you sit this back on here, and there is your new one. So the only thing you need is a kit to do the removal, which you can go to any parts store and get. It will look something like this, right? So this is a disc brake caliper tool set, right? So you have see here, it has different little heads here depending on what you need it for, and it also comes with little adapter heads. So it comes with a stopper, the tool kit itself, and then the heads. So depending on what kind of caliper you have, right, depends on what kind of heads you need. So for the Civic, as you can see, it has two little rigids. So you need two little outer rigids, which could be possibly this one. If you have this kit, is labeled E, and this another is labeled F. I'm pretty sure they're about the same. So you probably just test fit it, see where it fits. So it looks like this one's fine. Just have a little bit of a play on it. You can always double check and make sure the other one is probably similar. If it doesn't have any play, then go to the one that has the less play. This one doesn't actually fit, so this one's a little bit wider, as you can see, a little bit wider. So we're gonna go with E, because E's the only one that actually fit. So there you go. So the way this works is you would obviously put it there. It has a little magnet on it so it sticks, and then you just put this side on the caliper. Usually it has a little pin. my pin broke, so I just ghetto rigged it and put my own little pin on it. So you want to put it down as far as possible, or you just put it to where it has no more play. All right, guys, so as you guys know, usually with the Civics, they have the electronic e-brake, which is going to have this little motor on here. So once you put the pads back on here, we're going to go ahead and take this motor off, because typically when you go to a shop, they will end up having to put a computer on here to put it on brake mode or whatever mode they put it on, so that we can work on the brakes. So we're gonna go ahead and just bypass that by taking off this little motor. Just be careful when taking off this motor. You don't want to damage anything. So typically this has little hex thing here. As you see, I kind of started taking this off already. So you're gonna have to do a little hex drive. I don't really have the hex drive for this. It's supposed to be like a 9mm, I believe. It's the only one I don't have, because when I bought my parts, as you can see here, they screwed me on the one that was missing. But if you have I don't know how to call these, like these little star ones, you can do a TP30 on here, which is pretty much the same size, and it's still gonna grab. Just when you do it, just be careful. You don't want to end up stripping this bolt. There you go. See, you don't want to end up stripping this bolt. So just be really careful with this. I usually use my impact. If you're gonna use the impact, just do a slight little knob there. Just kind of get it off. You don't want to keep trying to, you know, do this. Same thing with tightening it. You don't want to end up damaging these screws. So when you tighten it, just don't over tighten these. Just be careful. The last thing you want to do is damage this little motor, because then it's going to cost you a lot more money than what you want. So with that being said, this little motor just comes off. You kind of just shimmy it off a little bit. Go ahead and just shimmy it. If you feel like it gets stuck, you can always put a flathead in between, and then that way you can kind of just pry it a little bit, take it off. It is gonna have a little ring, so just be careful. As you can see, I'm here prying it, you know, nice and smooth. So once you get this motor off, boom, there you go. All right, that's gonna bypass this. That way you can pull this back all the way back, and you can pretty much use a socket. It's a 9mm socket. I have one right here, and you're pretty much going to turn this like this. Pay attention. If you see this part come out, you definitely want to go the other way. That way it comes all the way out. So for this, I'm doing it counterclockwise. Once it comes all the way back to a stop, pretty much going to be a full stop. That way you're able to actually push this all the way back in. Also, please be careful with this little ring here. You don't want to end up damaging that, because that's what prevents water from getting in here and causing any major damage. So with that being said, now you can go ahead and grab your little tool. Either you use the kit that I've used. You can also use channel locks. You can also use C-grips. It all works the same. Doesn't really matter. But I have this because it just makes it easier for me. So go ahead and do this part, and then you should be able to push it all the way in to the factory reset. There we go. Boom, bada boom. There we go. So you push that all the way back in. You can see full clearance now. Now that it's put all the way back in, you can put the motor back on. Once again, just be careful because you might have to turn it. Geez, I'm sorry. You might have to turn it, and you want to just make sure that this gets put back a little bit. Let me see. Right in here. So it looks like we might have to turn it just a tad bit, just kind of get this all the way back in here. Or not. Let me see. Yeah, we might have to turn it just a tad bit. Just kind of get in here. So you want to go and grab your 9mm. Make sure you get all that sand stuff in there. Turn it just a tad bit. And there you go. See? There you go. Then you put, obviously, your screws back in. You do them by hand, tighten them by hand first. Right? You can always grab a little hexing. Just put them by hand. Do a nice little hand tight. Like I said, you don't want to strip these or cause damage to it. So I always recommend, if you're not experienced, always hit it with the ratchet, just tighten it. If you are going to use the impact, once again, please be careful. You guys have been warned. Nice little, and that's it. Nothing too much. You don't want to sit there and grind on it. So with that being said, that's pretty much, we're almost done with this one side. You are gonna have, if you do buy this import direct kit, it does come with its hardware, so you don't have to worry about the hardware. Make sure you have grease to prevent any noise, squealing and stuff like that, because you don't want to deal with that noise. All right, so you'll go ahead and grab a little bit of the grease here, and then you'll pretty much just end up putting it on the caliper itself, where the caliper touches the rotors, I mean not the rotors, the pads. So you can always add a little bit on this side right here. You can always kind of clean this side too, which I don't really have a wire brush, but you can grab wire brush and clean in here on this side, trying to get all that dust out of there. So, but it's all right. You don't really need all that. So grab a little bit of this, and you can always put it on the back side here, and you can put a little bit on this side, and then on this side in the middle, just kind of prevent any kind of noise. And the inside, let's see, there in here as well. There we go. All right, and then with that being done, this fits right back in here. Bada bing, bada boom. So that being said, you can put this part back, and then I always recommend grabbing the same tool and hand tightening first, because you don't want to end up stripping none of these, because it's going to end up costing you an arm and a leg to put them back. So always tighten by hand first. Always rule of thumb when it comes to automotive, depending on what you're working on, obviously. But when it comes to stuff like this, you always want to just make sure that, oh, hold on, this should probably be back here. Make sure these clamps stay inside to prevent any vibration. Put this back out. There we go. Broken ratchet. So all you do is pretty much fit this back in here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, don't do that. Alright, so now that this part is back in here, put the hardware back on. So using one of the hardwares, as you saw earlier, we were able to take it off with the but that's pretty much how it goes. It sits back on top of here, it sits back here, under here, and you're pretty much all good to go. So with that being said, as you see, there's still a bit of wiggle room because the caliper is all the way in, so you're gonna have a little bit of space, but as long as everything sits, that's pretty much how you do the rear brakes with this electronic brake motor. That way you don't have to take it to any shop or dealership or anything like that, and you're gonna end up costing you an arm and a leg. So there's that. I'm gonna do the other side. I'm not gonna record it because I'm gonna do it quick, and then I'm gonna head to the front and I'll show you guys how to do the front in a bit. All right, see you guys in a little bit. And we're back. All right guys, what's going on? we're back for the front tires or front brakes. So I didn't record it, but I went ahead and installed them. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, so I actually ended up pulling up the front tires off, check the brakes. They actually have a good amount of tread on it, so it's the front brakes are still gonna be good. So I'm not gonna replace them today. Once they end up going down a little bit more, getting worn out, I am gonna go ahead and replace them. As you can see right here, they're actually still pretty good. They have enough meat on them, so we're gonna go ahead and keep these on for right now until, see, still has good enough meat on them. So I'm actually gonna have them on here until they get worn down a little bit more, just because there's enough life on them. I don't want to end up doing that. So, but yeah, as you can see outside, it rained, so I did take a little bit longer to get to the front side. But yeah, we're not gonna be doing this. Once again, I apologize for not recording, not having content out for the past 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks since I last recorded and sent something out. But like I said, I was dealing with some personal stuff. I just didn't have time to record, but now I'm trying to get back on it. So I do apologize for the people that actually do watch and make it far to the end of the videos. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just wrap it up now. I'm gonna put these tires back on. I actually gotta go and take care of some more personal issues. I'll probably end up recording some of the stuff that I do, because I'm actually here at my mom's, as you guys can tell. I actually do have some projects I'm doing with my mom, helping her kind of fix up her house. If you guys are interested on that, put it down in the comments. I can vlog that as well. Like I said, this is mostly like a car vlog, but I also want to do just a regular everyday vlog, you know, just kind of stuff that I do throughout the day. If I find it interesting and I want to vlog it, I'll go ahead and vlog it for you guys. But I mostly want to stick to the car stuff. But if for whatever reason I find something interesting that I think that you guys will enjoy, or just something I kind of want to just test out, do something a little bit different, then I'll put it on the vlog as well. Just kind of have content kind of coming in and out. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thank you, and you guys have a good one. Stay safe. Much love to you guys. Safety, love. All right, bye.